Evernorth Health Services, we believe costs shouldn't get in the way of life-changing care, and we're doing everything in our power to make it possible. Behavioral health solutions that also keep your projections at their best? It's possible. Pharmacy benefits that benefit your bottom line? It's possible. Complex specialty care that cares about your ROI? It's possible. Because we're already doing it. All while saving businesses billions. That's Wonder made possible. Learn more at evernorth.com/wonder.
The IKEA Business Network is now open for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Join for free today to get access to interior design services to help you make the most of your workspace, employee well-being benefits to help you and your people grow, and amazing discounts on travel, insurance, and IKEA purchases, deliveries, and more. Take your small business to the next level when you sign up for the IKEA Business Network for free today by searching IKEA Business Network.
This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1367. 5 Ways to Bring Yourself More Career Success and Happiness by Karl Staib of digtofly.com. And I'm Dan, I'm your host and narrator here on OWD, the show that is all about improving your work life. And I'm happy to be here sharing another article with you that will help you do just that. So for now, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. 5 Ways to Bring Yourself More Career Success and Happiness by Karl Staib of digtofly.com. Last week, I had a conversation with my friend Matt. We were chatting while our kids played together and we sipped on some Earl Grey tea. He joked about how he wished that all he had to do was play music and not have to worry about booking his gigs, marketing, finances, etc. Have you ever said something similar? Matt is a popular local musician in San Antonio. He put in a lot of hard work to get where he is now. He laughed. I smiled and took a sip of my tea. Those words have been bouncing around my head ever since they flowed from his lips. Everything he does, from booking gigs to marketing, all support his ability to do what he's passionate about. I recently said something similar. Just recently, I was frustrated because I was passed up for a speaking gig. In that moment, I wished my great life to be something different. I wished my book was a bestseller. I would have gotten that speaking gig, I said to myself. The words flowed out of my mouth. I couldn't stop them. I paused and smiled at this thought. I know it's a good book, filled with great information, but nowhere near a bestseller. I've learned to smile when I'm getting down on my life. It's how I cope with difficult situations. Let's break it down. As a parent of a 4-year-old, I realized that we like to try to take 4 steps all at once. Instead of getting us to our destination more quickly, it can cause us to fall on our faces. We may have had far better results just enjoying the walk. You've probably heard the phrase, "Life is a journey, not a destination," by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I know I've been so focused on a goal before that I forgot about the journey. Have you also forgotten to enjoy the moment you are in for its inherent worth? There's so much we miss when we don't enjoy the journey, because that is the stuff of life. It's kind of like you can't laugh at a joke before you hear the whole thing, otherwise the punchline doesn't make sense. This is where the secret lies. Maria Forleo was on Oprah's Sunday show talking with 2 other panelists about life lessons, seeking, and spirituality. When she said, quote, "Bring passion to everything you do," end quote, a little light went off in my head. Then she said, quote, "Passion is like a muscle that we can build through use," end quote. Then the light went full bright. Yes, I knew what she meant. When you do work you love, you do amazing work. When you do work you hate, you do bad work. That's why it all starts with passion. Then the focus and strengths come into play to turn an action into a superpower. How do you go about bringing passion to everything you do? First, you must start with the basics. Let's look at a 5-step process that I use with my coaching clients. 1. Become a watcher of your thoughts. The words you choose before you start on a task will determine your mindset. If you say, "I need to wash the dishes," you'll most likely go into the task dreading every moment. When you say, "I want to wash the dishes," there is a positive choice you are making before you do the task. 2. Give your full attention to the situation. If this was your last day on Earth, what would you do? Think about this question for a few seconds. What really matters to you? If you're like me, you might notice that your sip of coffee tastes a little better. You might imagine what it would be like to never have another sip of coffee again. When you give your full attention to the moment, you don't let worrying thoughts bother you. How could you, right? 3. Feel gratitude. When you feel gratitude, your passion will kick in. When you really appreciate what you already have, it helps you find the right perspective. Instead of worrying about needing an extra hour of sleep, you think, I'm up and awake so that I can enjoy this day for all it is ready to give me. Try keeping a gratitude journal and work on making this a part of your daily life. The key will be to be consistent with keeping your journal so it becomes a habit. 4. Listen to your emotions, then let them go. Your emotions should help guide your decision-making processes. Successful people always feel first, then make a decision after they've had a time to process their emotions and rationally weigh out their options. This process will allow you to make decisions based on happiness as well as logic. Once you've made your decision, it's also essential to let your emotional attachment to the outcome go so you can enjoy the present moment. And 5, develop career-building habits. You probably used to practice every day. Whether it was soccer, piano, or homework, you worked on improving yourself. This habit is ingrained in you and can easily be re-energized if given a little motivation. One idea is to try creating a 30-day challenge for yourself. Ask yourself, what part of your career could use a little help? For example, do you need to grow your network? If so, what could you do every single day to find more people you can help, as well as lean on them when you need help? Putting it together. Your career is dependent on micro improvements. When you try taking small steps every day, you can turn your career into something that makes you happier and helps more people. Try applying one of these ideas to your career and let me know what happens after 1 week. If you like the results, I suggest turning it into a 30-day challenge in order to make it into a habit. You just listened to the post titled 5 Ways to Bring Yourself More Career Success and Happiness by Karl Staib of digtofly.com.
The IKEA Business Network is now open for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Join for free today to get access to interior design services to help you make the most of your workspace, employee well-being benefits to help you and your people grow, and amazing discounts on travel, insurance, and IKEA purchases, deliveries, and more. Take your small business to the next level when you sign up for the IKEA Business Network for free today by searching IKEA Business Network.
Whoa. Landing an account this big will totally change my landscaping business. It's gonna mean hiring more guys and more equipment and new trucks for the new guys to drive the new equipment in. I don't know if I'm ready.
You can do this, and Ford Pro FinSimple can help. Our experts are ready to make growing pains less painful for your business with flexible financing solutions that meet the needs of your business today when you need them. Get started at fordpro.com/financing.
And thanks so much to Karl for this article. Karl is, of course, a regular author here. And let me tell you a little more about him. Karl helps entrepreneurs understand their struggles and then turn them into stepping stones. And he knows a lot about that because in 2010, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer and then was laid off from his job a year later. And while those were difficult situations, he calls them blessings in disguise. Since then, he has stopped doing work that doesn't fit with his passions and instead now focuses on things he truly cares about. He's the author of the book Bring Gratitude, and he has a lot to offer on his site. So come by digtofly.com for a lot more. I do have that linked for you in this episode's description. And if you're curious, Dig to Fly is shorthand for dig deep to fly high. And Karl also has a podcast of his own. You can find the Dig to Fly podcast wherever you're hearing this. So that's going to wrap up another great episode of Optimal Work Daily. I thank you so much for being here and listening all the way through, and I'll see you once again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.